Right now, all eyes are on Austin for a different reason, though. Texas lawmakers are carefully planning out their next steps after a House committee unanimously recommended 20 articles of impeachment against State Attorney General Ken Paxton.
There's a lot to this story to unpack. New evidence, allegations, and sharp reactions. Our political reporter Jack Fink is breaking it all down for you right now.
It's arguably the biggest threat to Texas Attorney General Ken Paxton's political career. The Texas House General Investigating Committee recommended 20 articles of impeachment against him. They voted late Thursday afternoon, one day after a team of experienced prosecutors and investigators laid out their findings against Paxton.
Chair Murr?
Aye.
Vice Chair Johnson?
Yes.
Representative Guerin?
Yes.
Representative Longoria?
Yes.
Representative Spiller?
Aye.
There being 5 ayes, 0 nays, 0 present not voting, the motion prevails.
The articles of impeachment against Paxton include abuse of public trust, unfit for office, and dereliction of duty. They also include 2 articles of constitutional bribery, which accuse Paxton of benefiting from a businessman who paid for renovations to his home. He's also accused of benefiting from the same businessman's hiring of a woman who, the documents state, he had an extramarital affair with. The House committee began looking into Paxton in March after he agreed to settle a lawsuit filed against his office by whistleblowers for $3.3 million, money Paxton wanted taxpayers to pay. Those whistleblowers are 4 of his former top staffers, who he fired after they went to the FBI 2.5 years ago to make allegations of bribery against him. The articles of impeachment accuse Paxton of violating the state's whistleblower law by firing them, quote, in retaliation for reporting his illegal acts. The documents also accuse Paxton of directing, quote, employees to conduct a sham investigation into whistleblower complaints made by employees. Hours earlier, I asked Texas Senator John Cornyn, a former Texas Attorney General, what he thought about the allegations that came to light during Wednesday's hearing.
And I found what they presented to be deeply troubling.
The House committee is made up of 3 Republicans and 2 Democrats.
This is serious enough that people are looking past party labels to try to see what do we need to do to preserve the public trust and the integrity of our governing institution.
In a statement Thursday night, Paxton said in part, quote, 4 liberal lawyers put forward a report to the House General Investigating Committee based on hearsay and gossip, parroting long disproven claims. Today, that committee has asked the Texas House of Representatives to use their unsubstantiated report to overturn the results of a free and fair election. Paxton said the committee didn't allow representatives from his office to testify with their side of the story. If the House impeaches Paxton, he will be suspended from his job immediately, pending the outcome of a trial by the Texas Senate, where a 2/3 vote is required to remove him from office. His wife, Angela Paxton, represents much of Collin County in the Senate. Governor Greg Abbott could appoint an interim attorney general until the outcome of the trial.
That was our political reporter, Jack Fink. Right now, Jack is at the state capitol in Austin, watching for the House to vote on those articles of impeachment, possibly as soon as this afternoon. For the latest developments as they happen, stay with us on air and online at cbstexas.com.